And here we go. Say goodbye to your friend Jesus as you know him, because I am going to transform him. I'm going to get rid of him once and for all. We got to put him away. We got to take care of ourselves instead of taking care of this nonsense. All right, here we go. We are at show number 33, which is the show of destruction, where we're going to get rid of you know who. Let's go through our little history here. It started with a hieroglyph. That was a lion. Then in Paleo Hebrew, we have a shepherd's staff. Then it became Lamed. This was that, but that's not this. Also known as the letter above all letters, the King of Kings. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. You remember ever hearing that, King of Kings? Well, guess what? It is the 12th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, meaning it's in the middle, a little past the middle. And as you can see here, I got 12, 12, 12. What is this all about? Well, let's go back into your books, where you're gonna stick your nose. You got your nose stuck in that book for so long, you don't know what you're looking at. The 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 apostles, the 12 I-men inside of the Quran. All go back to this. And this is the tallest letter of the alphabet, meaning it's associated to this, the longest pillar in the tree. 1, 2, 3. Phonetic duality for tree. And as you can see, Christ is right here. So this, the King of Kings, who died and resurrected after 3 days, 3 nights, is part of this magic. It all started off with witchcraft and evolved into this, which we call the alphabet, which is just the brand new form of witchcraft. As we understood, there are more than one understanding to a letter. There's a lot of duality. But before we go any further and get rid of you know who and bring out the Antichrist, because the Antichrist isn't really about a person. It's an understanding. And hopefully, this understanding will spread across the earth, and we can probably make a nice big barn fire with all these books. All right. So now we have to talk about what we really came here for, is personification. This is taking something and turning it into a person, such as Saturn was the inspiration for the word Satan. The effigy of Satan comes from Capricorn, with his 2 little horns, his hooves, and his tail. That's where we got the effigy. The word devil is an anagram for the word lived. Evil comes from the anagram of the word live. Now let's go into some personification. The Grim Reaper doesn't exist. It's the personification of death. Somebody put it on paper and gave us a drawing, and everybody believes, few people believe, that this thing is real. It's the personification of death. Same thing as for Mother Nature. Mother Nature doesn't exist. Mother Nature is the personification of nature. Somebody put it on a paper and it became Mother Nature. Then we have Old Man Winter, which is the personification of winter. I could go on and on and on, but we've come to where we wanted to be for a long time. Here we go. God is the personification of geometry, because it takes geometry to create this nonsense. It starts off with a whole bunch of circles, and that's why you find in Genesis pi. So God, and all the attributes of God being the one and only God, because the circle is attributed to the number 1. He has no beginning or end. He's eternal, just like pi. He's holy. That's a verbal duality, such as the number tree and tree, as well as the Kabbalah and the Kabbalah. So we have God in Genesis 1:1, which starts down here, is the beginning of magic. So it all starts with this. Then we have our friend Jesus, who is the personification of the alphabet. The alphabet was created through this. This is the 22 path inside the tree, corresponding to the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. So, Booyah, Jesus is the alphabet. And if you don't want to believe me, you can believe the man himself, where he says, I am the Alpha and the Omega, which is the alphabet. He also says he's the Aleph Tav, which is also the alphabet. And it starts off with this witchcraft. So, how can the God be the Father? How can the Son be the Father and the Father the Son? It's because it takes geometry to create the alphabet. This looks like an O. Well, there you go. All right, to make a D, you have to do a half a circle. You put a line. It's all geometry and words, and that's what everybody's been fighting over, was the alphabet. So there you go. It's understanding what you're looking at. The Antichrist is not coming. What's coming is you understanding what the alphabet is all about. It's black magic. You get trapped inside your books. You get trapped in sentences. Grammar is also attributed to magic. Spelling is attributed to magic. When you cast a spell, you're using words. So what you want to do is understand the alphabet and not allow others that understand this, because they're still in the government. They love to write laws, and they write laws with letters, and they trap you in sentences. The government is just out to control you through the alphabet. That's why they want your children to learn the alphabet, so you can obey God and Jesus, which is just the personification of everything that comes from sacred geometry. And that's the control system. It's all here, boys and girls. So break free from the sentences, make up your own rules, because these rules only benefit the magicians. the one that understands how to control you through words. And most people don't understand. Like, unfortunately, Joe Rogan says we need Jesus. I am saying we need less of Jesus. We need more understanding. We don't want to be trapped in somebody else's sentence. Shazam. That's the magic. That's the destruction. That's everything you need to know. So don't get involved in the alphabet. Don't let them control you through words and letters. Letters that you don't understand. And that's it. Set them free. Thank you.